So this is more towards the people who think that my mom's not capable enough to live um out of assisted living. Cause like I heard what you were saying, Nemesis, the other day, but it's not to that point yet. Like like my mom, she's not far gone so much to the point where she has to live in assisted living. And most importantly, she still recognizes me. She still can do basic tasks. Like she can do, pretty much everything, normal. It's just that with everything that's going on, she's, overwhelmed. She's probably been in shock for the past 5 years from how we, got kicked out of our home 5 years ago. She's been through a lot of stress. And I'm sure, it's, that hasn't made things any better, but is she not capable of living outside of assisted living? That's fuck that shit. And for anyone thinking of that, like fuck y'all for thinking that shit. Like that, like if I thought it was at that point, like I would let people know, there would be some sort of indication that people I'm cool with would know or something. Like, no, it's not at that point. Like people should know me better than that to like, start assuming my mom should live in assisted living before they even, before even I get the fucking say, before even I get to think of that, like I'm not thinking of that shit. That's not happening. Like if I thought it got to that point, but no, she can do a lot of things, herself. She can cook, she can clean, all her tasks of like, bathroom stuff, that's her. She takes showers by herself, like I don't know what the fuck you people are thinking. If any of y'all are thinking like she needs to be, put into assisted living or some shit. Fuck that. That's not fucking happening. Like just putting that out there. Like I see where some of y'all are coming from, and but no. That's why it's like for me, it is important to see people like move past their issues on here. Like I know like some of y'all still have issues and stuff, but for me it is important because if shit does hit the fan, like, if let's say, this fucked up, corrupt government actually does try to take my mom away from me or some fucking shit when she can do most, everything herself. She can handle basic tasks herself and they still try to take my mom away or some shit, it's like, well, I need to be ready for like a fight towards the state, and so I can't be focusing my attention of hate with like the people on here when there's worse people out there in this world who will do a lot worse things to try to, for profit, for money, type of shit. And the issues you guys have with people on here, you might think these people are evil and the other side and all this stuff, but I've seen people, treat people like people on both sides, for the most part. People can hash out their differences on this stupid drama shit. Like it's like this stuff isn't important, but nah, like for people thinking that like my mom isn't capable or something, like she deserves to live in assisted living or she should live in assisted, like no, it's not at that point. Like I'm not wiping her ass or anything like that. I'm not helping her take showers. Like she can do all that stuff. She can even cook, she can clean. She could do, make phone calls and shit for the most part. Like I'm not like it's not that to that point where she needs to be because like that's what Nemesis was bringing up the other day. And I like he's my friend. Like Nemesis is cool. Me and him are cool. But like, they were talking about like how at some point, like, you don't have a choice. Like somebody gets so far gone where they have to live in assisted living. And he was more so like talking about his situation with his wife. Like he wasn't really talking about my situation. Like I get it, but I guess it kind of like it was just getting me to think like, like I don't know, but like just to point it out, like it's not like he didn't say anything wrong. Like he was just more so talking about his situation though, like with his wife and stuff. Because but like it's not like at that point where it's like, I'm doing like having to like do that sort of stuff yet. Like, my mom's not like waking up in the middle of the night, getting dressed to go outside or something like that. Like she's not like, you know, just because I think there's a misconception when it comes to a lot of this, like what people think about my mom and like what they think she's like and stuff. But like, it's like no, it's not at that point. Because even corrosive is like, oh, she's gonna be forced to live in assisted living. Like, how do you know? How the fuck do you know? Like, how does corrosive know that? Like, the fuck? That's why this dude, like, he's out of his mind. Like, people think he's like sane, and he's like, talking like that. Like, the fuck? I don't know, like I don't even want to be on here right now, like, but I just wanted to like just say that shit because like I'm not gonna be able to rest until I find her a home, like until I find us a home, like until we're both safe in a like in a new home. Fuck that. Nah, I know, but still, it's just like yeah, this shit's not like I don't feel right about this whole thing. Us having to be out by a certain time, or we only have like a time limit of amount of time to be out of here. Like I'm, every moment of every second, I'm thinking about this shit, like how the fuck to get us out. But it's like, yeah, whatever. This is just like, uh, I don't know. Yeah, you know how that dude is. I don't know whether they really mean that, like they just want, because they hate me that much that they think about that shit, or if they really think my mom is like at that point. But just so like people know, my mom is not at that point yet. Like I have, like she's much more safe being with me than in assisted living. Like, at this point, um, it's not like it's not at that point where she needs people to like help her shower or help her go to the bathroom or anything like that. It's like my mom might have, like memory problems, if you want to call it that. I don't know. But like it's not anything like that affects her way of like life or living if she's calm, and as long as there's not people trying to evict her, and as long as she knows she has a home, like she's not out of control. Like it's just that's what I'm saying. Like if we were just left the fuck alone and just like we could just live our lives, like we'd be fine. But this fucking shit is. But all right, y'all. I'm just gonna end this. I didn't really want to stay on here and do a like thing. This isn't anyway. Y'all have a good night.